Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This morning, I woke up with the feeling that I got hit by a truck. By a truck. I don't know what that feeling was. I felt so shitty. I was barely speaking to my friends. I'm living in my friend's house in Australia. I felt like I was in a battle with myself. I didn't want to show it to my friends, but they felt it, and I was just getting honest with them as well. I was like, guys, I really feel shit. I feel like I got hit by a truck. And I didn't really had a voice. I was like talking very calm, but I felt like so overwhelmed. Like my emotions of the past few weeks that I was trying to manage, was trying to calm down, was trying to put them in their places. I feel like they all just like got lost with themselves and started running everywhere. Like I was just like, why am I feeling like this? Yesterday was such a great day. I was so productive. I did a huge workout though, like maybe I overdid myself, but I was like glorious. I was living my best time. And then I wake up the next day and I feel like shit. I feel like it's the end of the world. I feel like I'm not one with myself, not one with my emotions, and not one with what I want. I suddenly get like an amount of anxiety about my dreams, my goals, my career, what I want to do in life in general. I was like, oh God, there we go again. And then I realized, oh, well, I'm about to get my period. Everything makes sense now. And I feel like that's already the first step that I needed to put myself back again, to pick myself up again, and to be like, hello, wake up, you are doing totally fine. It's just your hormones, you're getting hormonal, it's fine. Everything is fine. It's not the end of the world. You already got through this, you're gonna go through this again. And I was like, Lord, what am I gonna do today? I didn't feel like doing anything today, but that also made me feel like a little bit stressful because I did want to do something and I didn't want to rely on my feelings I'm getting when I'm on my luteal phase. You know what I mean? I don't want to get controlled by it. But you can be predictive. You can manage your emotions, your feelings, and what your body needs at that amount of time by just relaxing and just taking a step back. And there's nothing wrong with taking a step back. So I think the first thing is just like really understanding where your emotions are coming from. Really understanding what are the needs of your body in that specific amount of time. Because your body needs a lot of things in other specific times, especially we as women, we just have like different periods and different things that we need more than any other days. So I was like, okay, now that I know that like it's my luteal phase and I know that like where my emotions are coming from, what's the next step? So I know that in that phase we are tired, we feel a little bit uncomfortable, a little sick, maybe less confident than other days, which makes us feel like incomplete and like unbalanced. And it also makes us very, very emotional, upset, sad, confused, which is totally fine. It's totally fine. You just need to learn how to deal with them, to embrace them, and to accept that it's normal. It's a normal thing. It happens to everyone. And it's not the end of the world. You can still do whatever you want. You can still pick your life up after, during, whatever. Prepare yourself. Everything is still possible. Your day is not going to be a failed day. Well, if you don't let it be. Just try to manage your day differently, different than the other days. The second thing that's important to not lose your brain, lose yourself, is to practice self-compassion. Soften your soul even more. Be kind even more to yourself. Like even more than any other days. You need to be kind to yourself, loving yourself every other day. Don't get me wrong. But like sometimes your body and your mind and your soul need you even more. It's like being that support you're looking for, but within yourself. I feel like your problems and hidden emotions and the subconscious mind is even stronger when your hormones are getting into work. You feel me? I feel like they're coming more into surface because when you're hormonal, when you're gonna get your period, it's something very pure, something pure that happens, and it's like feeling your body getting connected even more, even deeply with nature. And nature is all about shedding. Nature is all about changing. Nature is all about nurturing. Nature is all about connecting, feeling, observing, progressing. It's just like preparing yourself every single time for the next change that's going to happen, to renew yourself. And I feel like it's coming together even more, even strongly, more stronger when you're hitting your period, because getting your period is something very, very nature, very, very beautiful, very powerful, very strong. It's like cleansing your body. It's like cleansing everything. You're feeling everything even more. And that's very beautiful. So something beautiful is happening to you every single month, again and again and again. It is a struggle, but you're learning so much out of it every single time. You're learning to manage your emotions. You're learning to be more kind to yourself. You're learning how to deal with tougher moments in your life. It's like resetting. And sometimes it's getting better than other times, and that's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to feel like a must. It doesn't feel like you need to get everything sorted during your period. No. It's like a moment you can set back and like analyze everything you've been through and just dealing with the days that are coming ahead in a different way. With self-compassion also comes with the needs. What are your needs of your soul? What are the needs of your mind and the needs of your whole body, your stomach? Think about maybe changing your diet while you're going to be on your period. Maybe there are certain things that you will need, your body will need even more than other days to like help and support the time of shedding, the time of nourishing, the time of cleansing, the time of renewing, the time of setting your brain in a good state again. Maybe your brain needs like other specific things, or more of your favorite fruits, comfort foods, or more of that very healthy salads. Oh my god, I got distracted. I just saw 3 very beautiful butterflies, very bright blue with black lines at their wings, and there were the 3 of them. That was absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so thankful that I was able to witness that. I don't need much, but as I was saying, like maybe just making that cleansing juice in the morning, eating more fruits. So if you're getting into your period, I feel like it's even more important to get your electrolytes, vitamins, and all this kind of stuff to support yourself and your mind and your mood swings to get more smoothly through that period. I think the next thing that you can do to help and support your mood swings and still being productive is like setting up a toolkit for yourself that you always can get back to on these lower days, these mood swings, and you getting on your period. Maybe you can like look for ways how to set yourself back ASAP in that good mindset, and that gives you instant motivation and inspiration to do something, just one thing in your day that will feel good, that will feel nourishing, empowering, and like you've accomplished something. It doesn't need to be much. It also can be just a little small thing like folding up the clothes that were sitting and waiting on that chair, or maybe it's just like making that amazing plate that you wanted to make since a long time for yourself. Maybe it's just like making that one painting. Maybe it's, I don't know, just doing a few chores and then like just laying in bed and read. It can be anything that gets you a step ahead on the next days, or just let you feel like good about yourself. So look a way to get into that spirit, into that energy. For example, you can start journaling. Journal your thoughts, but there is something new about journaling that I've discovered about myself. I used to journal only the bad things happening in my life, only the negative thoughts. That was like the only moments I grabbed my journal and started writing. And it was like harder for me to start writing the positive things, because I was like, well, I don't need to. I don't feel like writing when I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know, like I'm just thankful and I'm like just going ahead and whatever. But then I realized as I was reading my journal since the beginning, I was like, oh God, this is really bad. This is so negative, so heavy, a very heavy energy. And I felt like I've learned nothing. I felt like as I was reading in my journal that I didn't had any progress in my life, that I just got stuck in that same problem over and over and over again. I didn't felt good reading my journal. It didn't inspire me. It didn't let me look back at those times and be like, oh girl, you got this. Well done. I didn't feel love. I felt nothing but demolishing myself, paining myself. I felt a lot of pain and tears and blood and sweat. And I was like, okay, how can I help myself during writing it down? Feeling much better after writing, and also feeling amazing when I look back at those pages and write those pages again and get inspired by my own stories, my own emotions, my own pains, my own challenges. So I started to write down. I'm starting to do it differently in the way of I'm writing my negative points, the things I'm struggling with, and things I really need to get out. And I can't maybe like tell it to anyone, or maybe I just don't feel understood even if I talk about it openly. Because I do talk about my issues very openly. I don't have an issue with that at all. It's just like I don't feel like it helped me somehow. So what I do is it's like the sandwich method. I start with something positive, then I continue with all my issues, And then I try to always end with something positive again. What I've learned from it, what I can do to better my issue, or like to better my issue, maybe to to solve my issue, and just giving it another perspective all the time. I'm always trying to set all my negativity and try to see another side of it, try to see and change the perspective. And I really swear with my whole entire heart, guys, it helped me so much. And it's like an instant change every single time. Like even like this morning I was journaling and I was crying. I do have a hard time really letting my tears out since like a long time, and I don't understand why I can't fully cry and let all my emotions out and cleanse it out of my body. But I'm really like thankful that I just can let out some tears and like sit with my emotions, and even if it's like so painful to feel them, I try to really like stay calm. Do not panic, stay calm and be like, okay, I need to start writing. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm just going with the flow. But I really need to end with a positive note. I need to end with, okay, but what are the things I can do? Or like, what was the opposite of this feeling that I do feel good about? And what is my vision? And why am I feeling stuck? Okay, but maybe it's a good thing to feel stuck. Maybe it just means that I'm heading to a brand new chapter, because that's how I feel. When you feel a little depressed, when you feel like very down, it's just because you're getting back to earth, because everything is hitting you, and because you're changing. You are changing in a new person every single time, in a new version of yourself. Even if it feels like you're completely losing yourself and like getting backwards, that's actually not true. You're always going forward. You're always like in a constant progress. Sometimes you need to get a few steps back to relearn things, unlearn things, very important, unlearn things, and get back on track. But that means that the steps back actually were steps forwards, but in another direction. You feel me? And maybe it's gonna redirect you, and maybe your goal is gonna change suddenly, and you're gonna get like opening insights about life and what you really want to do. You never know what's gonna happen in those phases, but those phases are magical, pure. It's like really small awakenings, spiritual awakenings all the time. And it's exactly what you need. Even if it doesn't feel like it, it's exactly what you need. Take your favorite book, start reading your favorite book, make that favorite juice, start journaling, start creating, start drawing, start. Do whatever you want. It's time to celebrate you over and over again in those phases. It's the female phase, it's the feminine phase, it's the connecting back to nature phase. When you found your toolkit to always get back to get that motivation and inspiration you're really needing at that time, when you get that and found out what really works for you, start like breaking down your tasks, your goals, your to-do list in like smaller points. Like release that pressure of yourself. Like it's totally okay to delegate and to take breaks. Or even like if you need someone's help, ask someone's help. It's totally okay to ask. If you just feel like a boss. Feel like you are taking the responsibility for yourself to delegate tasks, to ask for advice, to ask for help, or to just manage your own little planning. to manage your own breaks, because as a CEO of yourself, as a CEO of a brand, as a CEO of whatever big successful business, it is very important to take breaks. That's even a must. It's like something that you need to prioritize as well, because you cannot be your best and stay the best if you do not take care of yourself and take breaks. Also try to just like move gently, even if it's just like dancing, whatever kind of dance style you can do. You can practice yoga, move very slowly, do some very slow stretches. Don't overdo yourself. Don't try to challenge yourself. Just like try to be one with your body, but get moving. That's very important. Go on that little walk with some music in your ears, or like go to that favorite bench you saw in the middle of nowhere. And so yeah, I think that will be already a very fulfilling day when I hear it like myself, when I sum these things up. And just know that this feeling is temporary, okay? This feeling is temporary. The pain is temporary. Everything is temporary. You can always get out of it, okay? There are always solutions and choices to make. And just like try to see what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and try to implement that in your next luteal phases and in your next mood swings or in your next phase of life. Just remind yourself, it is totally okay to feel this way. You're not alone. It's nothing crazy or abnormal is happening to you, babes. You are doing fine. Your body is just like in transition. Your body is trying to calm down from all the hard work you've been like putting into yourself and your life. You are shedding, you're changing, you are evolving. And take that rest. Take that rest. Take those little moments to get inspired again. Take those little moments to reset and go. Go with the flow, go with a plan, go with whatever you want. Just know that everything is okay and will be okay. It's just a phase. It is temporary. Alright guys, I will leave you with this note. I really hope that I helped you out, that I inspired you, and we see each other in the next episode. Enjoy the mood swings!